Okay, here I am at the ledge. I finally found a PC. And what's your name?
Jody Carr, MLA, Oromocto.
So what's with this press release this morning? I hear that the Liberals, if they said the PCs released a paper saying if the Liberals get re-elected, they will eliminate functions like church giving meals, selling meals, and all that. Can you explain more?
Yeah.
What's going on?
The Liberal government has brought in new legislation and recently brought in new regulations that will make it much more difficult for community organizations and church suppers to hold churches to hold community suppers. With the increased standards, it'll be onerous for organizations to put these suppers on. It doesn't make sense, and organizations are being attacked by the Liberal government. It's something that we're hearing from organizations that have already received letters from public health, and it's something that does not benefit communities and volunteers and community organizations.
So it's not the PC party just like a bunch of bloggers just putting out press releases. This is facts. This is true.
Exactly. This is true, and the government has confirmed today that there are regulations that are in place. The government is denying that they're forcing church suppers and community organizations to close. So what we're saying is a figurative speech that because of the increased standards, the onerous regulations that the government is imposing on community organizations, it's going to make it much more difficult for community organizations and volunteers to put on suppers. And in essence, a lot of them will be forced to close. A lot of them will be forced to put on less of these dinners and these suppers that benefit so much in the communities.
So if the PC party gets elected to form the next government, they will?
The PC government will certainly respect and work with volunteers, community organizations, and this regulation will be reviewed to make sure it's fair, to make sure it makes sense, and at the same time to make sure we are protecting the public. But how many people are you seeing complaining that a crock of beans are injuring and hurting the people of New Brunswick? Well, I think this government under Sean Graham are full of a crock of beans. And I think we need a change, and we need to put New Brunswick first for a change.
Would it be just bureaucrats coming out with this, or?
No, this is a responsibility of the Liberal government. This would have gone through to cabinet. This would have been the politicians of the Liberal government that have approved these legislation and regulations. They have to take responsibility. In fact, because of the increased standards, church organizations, community organizations, including churches and other nonprofit organizations, will have increased standards that they will have a hard time and difficult time meeting. Therefore, it will be forced to have less suppers, and probably some of them will have to shut down.
One last point. But if it's true, this will be like political suicide for the Liberals.
Well, isn't selling MB Power political suicide? So what I've told the people in my riding is that if this Sean Graham government are prepared to sell MB Power, they're prepared to do just about any stupid thing in New Brunswick. And closing down or forcing community organizations and volunteers to practically stop their suppers is also political suicide. And that's just how disconnected this Liberal government is with the people in our communities. And we deserve to have New Brunswick be put first for a change, and that's what a PC government will do.
Well, last point, how's it going door to door?
It's excellent. I'm enjoying it. It's wonderful to meet people going door to door. Our candidates under the Progressive Conservative team are out in full force working across. We have one more riding to nominate a candidate out of 55, and we're looking forward to the campaign to provide a real relevant plan that's progressive and conservative at the same time, that makes sense and addresses the challenges of our province going forward.
Thanks a lot, Jody.
Thank you, Charles.